My name is Jimmy Huber. I'm with InfoTech Solutions and Services. I'm the CEO and co-founder. We've been in business since 2011. If you're on the fence about joining a peer group, I would say when is going to be a good time then? My biggest struggle with getting into peer was the financial aspect. I think it was $1,000 a month back then, which then was a significant amount of money, but they kept saying, the value that you get out of it far outweighs that. And I would say that's 100% true. I mean, there's not a better thing you can spend your money on. I mean, you can find all the new whiz-bang tools and security, that's all good stuff, but it's not gonna be the same value as the relationships that you build. And I would say that you only get out of it what you put into it. So don't go and say, hey, you're gonna punch a clock, I'm gonna join peer, and all my problems are gonna go away. That's not true. You do have to put in the work. You have to be accountable, you have to go to the meetings, but that value and that framework really does give you the opportunity to succeed, way more than you could do on your own. So yeah, if you're on that fence, just make the plunge. It's definitely worked for me and a lot of others, and it's growing really fast. So yeah, be a part of that wave. You won't regret it, for sure. I found early on is that I was hitting a ceiling, and I didn't even know what a ceiling was. I had a great team behind me, but I really did max out the potential of where I was personally in growth, which was affecting my business. So with TruPeer, you're able to bring in other business owners that are at the same level as you, that are dealing with the same kinds of problems, and we all want to grow together. So a lot of that isolated feeling where you're kind of alone on an island trying to figure it out yourself with reading books, looking at stuff online, that's okay and it works for some people, but I wanted growth faster. So getting to be a part of TruPeer has been great because you're motivated and you're accountable to a group of peers. It's not the same as your employees or even your leadership team. There's other people that are CEOs, that are business owners, that have the same struggles as you do. And yeah, if it's done correctly, that accountability call is coming up. Like, hey, if you don't have your SMART numbers in, if you don't do the action items you said you're gonna do 2 weeks ago or last quarter, and you come to these meetings, we're gonna call you out if you don't. And it's not out of a place of to put you down or make ourselves look better, but it's because we actually care and we want you to be successful. You've got somebody that's not a competitor, they're not in your space, but they're dealing with the same issues that you are, and can help and actually speak into where you're at and how to move you forward. And then as you learn, hopefully I've been able to give back to my pod too, and be able to help them where they're struggling. So yeah, TruPeer has been great to create that environment for success. So yeah, if you're not a part of a peer group right now and you're struggling with some of these things, just start. It's really helped me get where I am now, and obviously it's not perfect. We still have a lot of things to figure out, but we have a pod and a team behind us and a group of peers to help us go forward. The rising tide raises all ships. And I think that's hugely important for not only accountability, but motivation as well. So it's not a problem that gets fixed, it's not an event, right? But it's a system that you can be a part of to help move you forward long term. It's been really gratifying to be able to help others and have help come back. The content that TruPeer has it's the best in the business from where I can stand. I think that we wouldn't be here today without TruPeer and the relationships that we've formed. The content that TruPeer has is tangible. The leadership that they have has been really phenomenal. I mean, with Gary and Peter leading that, they owned MSPs themselves and exited. So it's not just talking heads, it's people that have real world experience and can speak to that. And it's true that they care. That comes through from the day I met Gary at DattoCon 19, is when I met him. He speaks truth, and he puts actions behind his words, and he actually does care for people that are far behind where he was, but he's able to use that experience to help others grow, which is really neat.